Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another world building episode, video, sketching, ske- drawing video of world building for my fantasy book. So, this is from chapter 3. Yeah, chapter 3 in my book. It's just a little world building um, image because I'm writing a fantasy book and, well, it's written, it's finished. I'm just doing the images for each chapter. There's going to be an image. I might be redoing quite a few of them as well, because I'm not exactly happy with how all of them are turning out. Because it is my first year in doing the digital art. I'm learning digital. But yeah, I haven't posted in a while because I've been busy with traditional art. I've been doing charcoal drawings and stuff, just kind of remembering that I am an artist, even if digital is kicking my ass. Anyway, I decided to go with just line work because I need to watch videos on coloring, apparently, for the digital art. But yeah, anyway, so this is a library scene. So this library is in the castle, and it's run by Archibald. Archibald is the librarian guy. I don't like Archibald. I don't think people will like Archibald either because he's a very he's not a very eat pray love kind of guy. I don't like him. Anyway, this is where Thalindra goes to kind of read over the history that she knows already because she lives in that world. But there's one specific book she always reads because it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on in her world, but it doesn't give a lot of information, which really frustrates her because like a lot is going on. So I wanted like a whole bunch of stacked books to be all over the place because I like how that looks. I like how books look when they're just stacked on the floor instead of in the bookshelf. Um, and I mean, it's my world. So if I want to stack 7,000 books on the floor, I'm gonna stack 7,000 books on the floor because I think it looks cool. It took forever though. I don't think I'm gonna do it again. It took so long. But anyway, I decided to go just with just plain line work, no shading, and it's kind of like cross hatching. I found this really cool brush that had like a cross hatching texture. I don't think I'll use it again. Maybe I will, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just try and make my own one once I figure out how to do that. Um, but yeah, what can I say about the library? It's quiet. Archibald is always there, and he doesn't like people being in the library, so he's always mean about it and chases people off because, I mean, he's Archibald. But it's the castle library, so you're allowed to be in there. He's just not a very good guy, okay? Um, as you can see, the books took forever. A lot of little lines and stuff. I don't know how people make those cool videos where they zoom in. I'm on Krita, so this is kind of what you're getting. I don't know how to do the zoomy bits. But I mean, you can see the whole image, which is cool. I zoom in all the way when I draw, so I just see like that little part where I'm working on the moment. But yeah, so the fantasy world is massive. There's going to be 12 books in total. Books 1 through 4 is finished. Books 5 to 12 is structured. Well, the skeleton has been written, but it's not like written. It's just like very short form story. I still need to add everything just so that I remember what happens in each book. Um, the library is spacious. This is only like one corner of the library. I don't know what to say about the library except that it's a library. It's got a lot of books, a lot of fantasy books. Got books on magic, got books on plants, got books on animals. Um, I finished this particular drawing maybe 2 months ago, but then I started on the charcoal drawings. It's three I'm currently busy with. I'm recording the other one I'm not recording, and the last one I'm deciding if I want to record it from where I am now. I'm still deciding. And then I've also got like a new flu. I was healed. I didn't have a flu for a long time now. But it's back, and that's why I'm braveless, because even sitting up feels like I'm working out. But the medicine's been helping, the new medicine. Anyway, we've got the curtains in. We're working on a little side table. I never know what to do for decor for tables and stuff. So I just kind of add what feels right in the moment. I don't know. Because the chair had the circly bits, so I thought, okay, let's make the table match and put circly bits. I thought it looked cool. Anyway, we've got a candle, an incense stick holder on the table, and an incense stick burning. Now, I've never done smoke from an incense stick on digital art before, so I just drew lines and hope for the best. But I think it came out pretty cool at the end. You'll see at the end. Yeah, if this is your first time on my channel, I post art. I used to post games, but now I post art. A lot of art. That's lamp. I see it's very skew at the moment. Yeah, I don't know if I fixed that. It's a fantasy lamp, okay? Maybe the blacksmith wasn't so good at his job. Anyway, got our little window because you need like fresh air in the castle, and they didn't have glass, I think. I don't know. Yeah, they didn't have glass because it's a fancy world. You've got a magical glass use. Magic is the glass window thing, okay? You can't see it, but it keeps out stuff. Except birds. Birds still get in. Case in point, because in chapter 2 of my book there's a bird. But I'm not going to say more than that. Um, I kind of lost myself. Where am I drawing now? Leave a comment if you can see where I'm busy drawing. Wait, where am I? I don't know. I thought I was busy with the window. Apparently not. I think I must be busy with one of the books. Adding more detail to one of the books, maybe. See, this is why. Oh, there we go with the smoke. This is why I would like to be able to zoom in on where I'm busy working, because I get lost. Yeah, but the smoke anyway, the background. So I have a lot of older books with like art pieces in them, and I kind of looked at those to kind of figure out what works. And a lot of them are just like this very simplistic cross-hatching type of thing without a lot of shading and stuff, which I mean I kind of can understand if you keep into consideration that printing costs and all of that. So I think the just plain line work will do a lot better than actual coloring and stuff, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I am messing around with a different one at the moment where I'm going to add a bit more layers and shadows and coloring and stuff. It's still going to be grayscale, obviously. And before anyone asks, yes, this is a book going to be a book for adults, but kids will also be able to read it. I think it's not like more young adult, I guess. Yeah, it's like fantasy. Well, obviously it's fantasy, but there's not explicit scenes in the book. So there's a lot of fight scenes, obviously, because it is a fantasy adventure. But other than that, I don't think I went too graphic with anything, with the fighting and stuff, because I want everyone to be able to read the book without it being inaccessible to some. Yeah, so I'm just starting the cross hatching. I'm getting all the little shadowy bits in. I'm really proud of how this couch turned out, though. I think it looks awesome. I would love to print all of these out and just like stick them in my sketchbook. I do doodle them in my sketchbook before I start, or a piece of paper. Like with any of my art pieces, I normally grab like a spare piece of paper or a printer paper and just kind of plan out my. I think people call it thumbnails. I don't know, but I just kind of plan out where I want to put everything, so I don't have to sit for 2 extra hours and draw something and have to take it out and redraw it and waste time. So I just sit on a piece of paper while I'm busy watching a movie and kind of doodle what I want, and then sitting down actually drawing the piece makes it so much easier. Um, you know, I wasn't sure where to put shadows everywhere on this couch because I've never really drawn a couch on a computer. And I mean, I'm a tattoo artist and I have been for 12 years, and we use a lot of cross hatching and dot work and stuff like that. But yeah, I was kind of just like going for it. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. Um, Leave a comment if you would sit and read in this room because I know I would. I would probably move the incense stick. I don't like that word to the other side of the room because I can't sit next to it. But yeah, I would totally sit there and read and maybe like try and find a picture book because I like books that have pictures in them. I like reading, but I also like to see a picture every now and again because I'm an artist. I like pictures, okay? And that's a cross hatching brush that is on Krita. It's pretty cool. Make my life so much easier. Like, look at that, how fast it went. um, yo, I'm quite happy with this. I decided to add just a little bit extra to the couch. Now that I look at it, I wonder if it was just better before. But it just still looks cool. It's cool. I like it. Um, but yeah, the next one I'll be uploading is um, a dwarf. It's not from my fantasy world now. It's from my first sketchbook that I redrew in my current sketchbook, and then I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I can do it on a computer." And then I did it on the computer, and it came out cool. Yeah, everything's cool. But yeah, I recorded that as well. I don't record everything because sometimes you just want to draw because drawing is drawing. I don't even take photos of most of my stuff. It's all just in like my. I've got 10 sketchbooks I've finished, and then I've got about 15 sketchbooks I'm busy working on because I bought a few more new ones. They were on sale, okay? And then every time I get a new sketchbook, I have to draw something in it, and then it becomes a progress sketchbook. Anyway, now I look at it, the background I should not have, like the window part, I should not have put any cross hatching in there. I think I just got so tired here. I think I made it look too flat. I need to take some of that out. And then some of the books in the bookshelf in the back needs a bit more detail.